Right, we are still writing reels, and I'm really taking my time with these things. Like I could get ChatGPT to write them as fast as possible and just throw them out, which is also tempting, but I know that it's not what I want. So I try to really go in with these and be specific about what I want to come out of these. But in this video, I just want to really talk about how I establish credibility, even though I don't really have a huge name out there. And the way that I do is that I either borrow credibility, so I talk about what other people are doing that they can just copy, because this guy is successful, therefore they should copy the guy. Or what I can do instead is me telling how many resources like I spend on things. So I could say, for example, I used the past 3 months to figure this out, or spend this amount of money. Like you really have to show the amount of effort that you've put in to figure out this answer, so people don't have to do it. That gives you credibility as well. And these are really the things that I'm thinking of, because there needs to be credibility. There needs to be trust in order for people to stop up and listen to what I'm saying in these reels right here. And another thing is also speaking their language, like talking like one of them, because there's a really good example here. I've been analyzing a men's health ad here, and this, like in this reel, I've created a reel that I want to talk about. And in this reel, we also like, I'm testing out so many different approaches, like one where I just speak about things, and I do a bunch of different things, or do a bunch of different things with filming as well, just to see what sticks. We need to do more of that. And then again with filming, context, how I explain everything, the way the things are moved around. But here in Reel 10, I'll just be going from the hip and like print out the pages and talk freely from them. So I'll print out these pages and talk freely from these. And the way that it's just so smart, I've created a hook here, like found this old ad from the Men's Health magazine, and you won't believe the 3 most powerful mind hijacking secrets they're using. So again, what they also are talking about here is really, they are really using the language of the reader. And when I like read this, I didn't question like if this was a fact or not. But they are using some credibility sources, like there's one here with a PhD. But when they just started talking, it just, like, I could just feel like how this matches the reader, and I didn't even question like the kind of proof for this, because it just flows naturally. It weaves right in. And what they're also using is, like I said here, they talk exactly like the reader. Like it makes them, it just like sets down the barrier and like just infiltrate their brain, because it just sounds like one of us. And what they also do is that they focus on really like hair burning, like heads on fire, hair on fire, burning problems. And again, they use all the emotions in the human brain, also the ones that feels kind of dirty and makes you rebel. So like they use shame, they use mysticism, like knowing a secret that other people don't know. And then they use revenge, which is also a kind of dirty one. They use insecurity, they use greed, and they use lust. So all of these is just like making every reader who reads the Men's Health magazine, like they cannot hold themselves back from reading this, and they will be reading this for hours. It's so well optimized for this, keeping the brain hijacked. And I really want to talk about this in a reel as well. So just like speaking from the hip, because I can't really write a script of how, like, show where people are doing it. But I have multiple different scripts now. I've created 11 scripts, or I've created 12 scripts. I need to create 13 or 15, but 2 of them will be easier. One would be a rival clip, and then you see them like snap, and then comes a podcast where people are just it's like spitting gold. And then I want to create some of these Sora 2 videos just to like create so much attention as possible. And I really love how these are turning out. But I feel like it's beginning to become a strain on me just focusing on reels every single day. I need to like stop getting this tunnel vision and start on focusing on something else as well, and get into this realm that I've built it out in my war map. But I'm really proud of all these scripts, and I'm really excited for seeing how these turns out, because I've also made someone where it's more like this Eric feeling, like it feels like I'm investigating how Alex Emosi did his $100 million book launch. And there's also another one where it talks about creating a new opportunity, and speaking into how, like, have you seen these sales guys that's putting people on the spot, and they just say, I have a better product, I'm faster, I'm this and that, but this doesn't work. You need to create a new category where you cannot where it's not improvement, it's a new opportunity. And I think my flair really is setting up a scene or scenario or something that people have experienced, and then like putting my spiel on it. Because when I can make it as relatable as possible, that's when it clicks. Because I have a human brain. My brain works the same as my audience's brain. And that's not the same with ChatGPT. So if I get ChatGPT to write me a script, like it won't have the same kind of experiences that I had. It won't have the same touch on it. So every time I try to make it write one, it just doesn't come out the way that I want to do, so to make it do. So that's why I just write the thing, and then like I have a rough draft and everything is just like scattered around, but it just sums up the thing and corrects my voice and flow in it. So that's pretty much what I use it to for now. But I'm so excited to see these things. So I'll be scripting one last script right now, and then I'll put this off for a while and just like start filming these so I can put them out. Like I have reels now for 2 weeks, but I'll also be like putting out a clip a week for my YouTube videos. So that will be like so many weeks from now. And from then I'll also start using like, so if I have a batch, you can call it a batch. So if I have a YouTube video, I want to create a batch of reels as well, or shorts. So that's why I clip things up from the YouTube video, and then I also make like 3 or 4 scripted reels on that topic from the YouTube video that then will lead people into the YouTube video. But this is just to get the floods going, the reels that I'm scripting right now. And again, it's a one-man business. It takes time to put these things out, but there's no other thing to just do it. And whenever I get stuck, I need to get a break and just like, instead of having tunnel vision and try to seek for the like quick way out, like try to just get an overview and see like how can I fix this problem, because then I can use that like framework that I just did to solve that problem over and over and over again. So yeah. But the last one I'll be scripting is like many people, like the main idea for this is many people are throwing around the word X, but what does that really mean? Let's break it down. So I want this to be a word that people tend to get confused by. And when I solve the problem that people tend to confuse by, then they see, this guy, he gets it. So yeah, that is really my thing here. But again, I don't really know how my next YouTube video is going to be about. It's either about going to be about how to adapt your selling to the new AI era, or something else, something like that makes the mind trick, like a big idea, just like the every other YouTuber are doing, putting all these scenarios up. I have a big content list of what I want to do, but I don't really know why, because this, like, the big ideas has to be appealing. That is the most important thing. That's when I like do my research. I have this document right here. I find out the 3 crucial things, like what is the problem, because if that's not a problem, people don't care. And what is the problem is people will not watch the all the way to the end if they don't know what they're getting out of watching this. And then we need to have a big idea, because that is the compelling thing that pulls people in and keeps them watching, because like it's just so compelling. And then we find out the problem and desire. We create our duality by having our top of the mountain and rock bottom. And then we have the common enemy. And then we want to have the one belief, like what is the one thing that this is about. We have the big idea, like what is like the big idea of this, what do we need to expand upon. And then we have our offer. That is basically how I run these things. And I get so vividly clear on these things that I can almost help, like ChatGPT can almost help me write these things out, because they know this so clear, and then the thing just writes itself. So yeah, I'll script this reel to the end. Like, as I said, I only need this one reel and then I'm done with this. I feel like this has been like a tough thing to suck up at the end of this. I maybe should have stopped sooner, so just scripted 6 to 8 reels and then stopped it there and then refresh. But I felt like this was just a thing that needs to be done. So yeah, I'll be scripting the final reel here, and I'm excited to put this into the world and see how I can, when I film it, and like how I can really put this out and make it like a good experience, because I have ideas of what me just talking to the camera right here and just putting some easy subtitles on, and I have ideas of fancy editing, or like having the vibe of the room, like all these ideas. I need to just now throw something out and see what sticks, and then I can see, all right, was it the format, was it the hook, was it the big idea, like the angle of this, was it when I did this and that, and then I can try to test and see what works out. So right now it's just my brain who's trying to figure out, all right, I've seen this work, I got a sense of this, like this feel like it might work, so let's try it out. So that's where we are now. And I will like do it again with my videos, like YouTube videos, but I feel like there's more like time to go into details and really unfold this big idea that I've come found in my YouTube videos. So the reels that I'll be creating from them should be like it should have the same big idea, but just framed in different ways, so people will look at this thing with new eyes. But that's a story or a thing that I have to work later on, but I'm excited for that. So let's just finish up this reel, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, peace, bye.